At this point, I want to begin my questioning with something that's really kind of topical in the news today. We're seeing a pullback now from the Postal Service saying they're going to stay with full 6-day delivery. What I do want to, I know the gentleman from CVS pointed out they were happy with just packages being delivered. That met their business needs. But I would like to go down and ask the panel, as part of their business, do they see a huge negative effect with the proposal that was before us to just deliver packages and priority mail and post office boxes on Saturday? And if y'all could just answer quickly, because I've got quite a few questions. We'll start with Mr. Brandt.
Mr. Chairman, we in the newspaper industry have experienced many of the challenges that the Postal Service is facing. We've had multiple responses to that, but one has been to reduce our costs significantly. And so my view, and the one expressed in editorials in my newspaper, is that that was a perfectly legitimate option available to the Post Office for reducing its costs.
Yeah, about 71% of surveyed folks agreed with you on that. Mrs. Franskowiak, am I getting closer on that name?
Getting closer. I'm
a radio guy. I should be able to do this.
Franskowiak. We actually also mail into Canada. We have franchisees located up there where they have a 5-day delivery model currently. So we've been used to that for quite some time. So we've been very supportive of the Postal Service. At this point, we kind of look at it as maybe a luxury if they were able to continue Saturday. It wouldn't be our preference if they could afford it, to eliminate it. But we've had the experience in Canada.
Ms. Brophy?
We understand that the move to eliminate the 6-day of home delivery is another initiative to cut costs, and we have said right along that we will adjust. Okay, great. And Mr. Jansen?
Yes, sir. As I stated, we support.
I'm butchering the names today. I apologize.
That's right. We supported the initiative of moving to a 5-day for first class and keeping the parcel for 6 days.
Great. And Mr. Garner?
Our association was the first to announce its support of the PMG's intent to move to 5-day, not because we were excited about it, but because we believe that everybody has to make some concessions in this. Everybody has to have some skin in the game, and that was one of the concessions we were prepared to make.
All right. Thank you. And Mr. Shersail?
Yes. Mine's the name that usually gets butchered, and you do it correctly, so applaud to that anyway. But
at least one win today.
You have a great win today. DMA can't take a position. Our association is split. Our membership is split. But we all agree that you should cut as much as you can before you cut service and as a last resort there. But some of my members all of my members will have to adjust if Saturday delivery goes. Some will be easier than others. But as a last resort, we support it as a last resort because we need the Postal Service to stay financially viable.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go back to Mr. Brandt as well. You mentioned that the Postal Service is negotiating a sweetheart deal with some of your competitors for delivery, a lower rate for bringing in new customers. I know my local newspaper, the Corpus Christi Caller-Times, brought that to my attention, and we sent a letter to the Postal Service about it. Do you feel like some of the customers that are using this service are actually new postal customers, or are they customers that were using the Postal Service to begin with and are just switching providers to get a better deal?
Mr. Chairman, first of all, I appreciate your signing and perhaps even initiating that letter. That was very helpful. Our industry association tracks activity related to the negotiated services agreement with Velasas, which was targeted at Sunday inserts at newspapers. There's apparently not been, at this point, an actual conversion of a preprint delivered by newspapers to the new program. So at the moment, it's netted nothing for the Postal Service. However, there is evidence and data that it's being used by agencies that place newspaper inserts to flog newspapers in rate negotiations to reduce the rates that preprint advertisers are paying for the inserts that they put into newspapers.
All right. Well, I see my time has expired, so I'm going to lead by example and move along. If we have time for a second round of questioning, I do have a couple more if they don't get asked by other members. At this point, I will recognize Mr. Clay for 5 minutes.
Thank you.